And welcome to the one and only Dot Comedy Podcast. I'm your host, DJ Marcus. Hey, you joining me live in the Dot Comedy Studios, but I'm never alone. I'm with my boy, Joey LaFaro. Joe, say hello to the people.
What if I don't want to? What have people done for me lately?
I mean, hey, sometimes you gotta help. You gotta.
I'm just asking.
Just say hi.
Okay, fine. Hi.
I mean, it's friendly, Joey. You can be friendly, Joey, in 2024.
Nope, that's not the 2020. That's not the 2024 Joey.
I mean, you're not gonna start off with a friendly Joey.
Nope.
It's Ass Joey.
Yep.
It's Ass Joey 2024.
Yep.
Okay. So it's Ronnie Coleman, Joey LaFaro.
No more compromises.
No more compromise?
Nope.
And you know what it is all 2024, Joey?
What?
DJ Marcus. I got a hat with my name on it. It is that means it's time to start doing the DJ thing, Joey.
Okay.
I'm quitting my job.
Okay.
I'm done with my job. You see I'm wearing a hoodie. I forgot the other fucking hoodie. Again, the second time today I've forgotten a fucking hoodie.
Yeah.
I need my special comedy shows near me hoodie since the comedy shows near me overlords keep on asking me to promote their shows. I need them to start providing me a hoodie. You know what they did, Joey?
What?
I talked to the boss at comedy shows near me, right?
Okay.
I had a whole conversation with him. I said, okay, cool.
One of these?
And he was like, yeah, we got hoodies. And I was like, oh, for real? Y'all got hoodies? All right, cool. Let me get one of those. He came at me with a 2X hoodie, Joey. Do you understand how
Pretty sure
tiny?
that was a 4X hoodie.
It was a 2X.
It was a 4X.
Joey, it was a 2X.
I counted the X's. Now, that might have been Chinese X's. So that might have been different.
You got them from the wrong sweatshop because they were tiny X's.
Well, what do you want when Groupon's your supplier?
But
I have a new motto in 2024.
What's your motto, Joey?
Ego sum quod negare non potest.
Put your ego to the test.
No, that's Latin for I am that which cannot be denied.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. I got a model for 2024.
What's that?
Eat more, pray less. Oh, wait. No. Pray more, eat less.
Okay.
It's 2024. I'm going to find Jesus and I'm going to lose weight.
That's like a Bible diet camp.
Yes. Pray more, eat less.
I think it's also what they say at the pray the gay away camp.
Eat
pray
less
more,
dick.
eat less dick.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, shit. Hey, if it works, it works. That's what I tell people all the time. If it makes you feel some type of way, then you should be happy with it. I mean, is our co-host going to join us this week, Joey?
I have no idea.
Joey, I heard a song.
Sometimes people can't work Instagram very well.
I heard a song this week, Joey.
Yeah,
and it made me step back into. It actually brought in the new year for us, Joey.
Here's the thing. I know that she's seen it. I see it said seen just now. There we go.
I had to switch devices like 5 times. I was having technical difficulties.
Jesus Christ, how many devices you have at home?
I have 2 cell phones, and then I have my iPad and also my laptop.
So you got 2 phones, Joey. One for the plug and one for the load.
And how many years now doing this? She still doesn't have an avatar set up on this account.
I used to. Remember, I used to have a picture. I don't know what's happening.
Never had a picture. You've never had a picture.
It did have a picture. Okay, whatever. Let me see if I can set that up right now. Carry on.
Why are you going to set it up? Just come on camera. I don't understand the fucking problem.
Right.
Oh, no, I'm doing my hair, so I can't come on camera.
So you're doing your hair during the podcast.
That means she's naked doing her hair.
Yeah, she's butt ball naked right now.
I mean, I had to wash it first.
Yeah, I've never seen a black woman do her hair with clothes on. That never happens.
Oh, they can't get water on their titties.
Right.
On their clothes. On their clothes. My bad.
You see how easy it is to distract them?
Water gets on my titties every single day in the shower. What kind of shit is that?
You get water on your titties every day?
Every single day. I take a shower.
Wow, that's good to know.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry. It's 2024. I can't be this guy anymore.
You're going to get us canceled.
I'm getting married.
I like how it's the first show of the year.
I'm getting married. I can't be sexually harassing my coworkers anymore. That's not good.
We can't even get into February without Marcus getting us canceled. God damn.
But I did hear a song, Joey, and it's a song that I chose to bring us into for the new year.
Okay.
So this is going to be our theme for 2024. Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
All
sure.
right.
I knew my rent was gonna be late about a week ago. Get my ass off, but I still can't pay.
Really?
But I got just enough
to get off in this club. Have me a good time. For the time's up. Hey. Ooh, I
want the time of my life. That's a jam.
Oh, baby.
Did this get played on New Year's Eve?
Yes, it did.
I was gonna say I would have hoped to.
Hey.
I'm a little annoyed because like this would have been really good for me to use for the promotions for New Year's Eve, and I was like, do you know how many hours I spent in my life trying on Instagram trying to figure out what song to use for Instagram?
You should have called me, Joey.
What's a New Year's song?
I got plenty of New Year's tracks on deck.
Yeah, but if I call you, then I have to leave the app.
Oh, true. But that's gonna be our New Year's anthem for the year, Joey. That's gonna be our song because you know we're working hard, but we got just enough to get off in that club, have us a good time.
You do. I don't have. I had problems.
But did you know your rent was gonna be late about a week ago?
Strife. I paid my gas bill today, so that's the rent that was due today.
That shit.
It's paying the bill on the ones you can when you can.
Ain't that the fucking truth?
Them others are gonna get their money when they get it.
Candace, you live in a house? You own a house?
Yeah. We have a condo.
You have a condo, okay.
Right. Yes, we purchased it. This is our first home.
Okay, well, congratulations, Candace.
Thank you. 2023 is a big year for me. I got married. I purchased a home. I got a new job, which is great. 2023 was my Jordan year. Now we're entering the Kobe year. Let's see what this brings. 23, 24. 23, 24.
Oh.
Kobe was 24.
Oh. I thought
Thank you for translating, Marcus.
I thought it was like the Zodiac.
I didn't think anybody wouldn't know that. I don't even watch sports and I know that.
I don't think of it in those terms. I thought there was like a basketball zodiac going on.
The basketball zodiac?
Yeah. When's the Larry Bird year?
The Larry Bird year?
I was born in the Larry Bird year, so I have.
That would be white dominant, so I would say sometime in the 60s.
Like there would be, I feel like there's got to be like that. We need to make that zodiac. Like you know how you go to a Chinese restaurant, it has like what year you were born.
Like
that would be the perfect
horse and shit.
That would be the perfect soul food restaurant zodiac picture. That like the placemat.
Oh yeah,
at a soul food place. It's like what year was I born in? Oh, you were born in the year of the magic. That's
and it's ran by Dave Chappelle doing an impression of his wife.
Oh my goodness.
We are Fusion Restaurant.
Yeah, I'm not on camera.
Okay, it's gonna be too loud or not?
No, it's not gonna be too loud. Okay. Hassan's getting in the shower.
Oh, okay.
I'm in the bathroom.
So y'all just naked all over the house. Goddamn.
No, we're in the bathroom. That's where he's supposed to be naked.
Why can't he be
She's going live from the bathroom.
House?
I mean, you can be naked in your own house. I'm not saying don't be naked in your own house. I'm just trying to figure out why y'all are on live. That's just a question. I mean, hey,
that's a reasonable question.
I'm just a question asker. I don't know. Oh man, but yeah, Joey, we did start off 2024 good though.
Did we?
Yeah, we had a good show.
Did we?
Okay, you weren't happy at the show, but you're never happy at the show.
Who was on it? Who was on this week's show?
We had this guy named Joey LaFaro hosting it. You may know of.
Yeah, Joey LaFaro.
I heard of him.
He did a good job.
And then Jay Rivas was on it, and Chuck Best.
Yeah,
friends
of the podcast.
Chi-Chi
original .comedy people.
Yes. Chi-Chi the comedian
and Lawrence Owens.
Oh wow! LO headlines.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Lawrence Owens headlines.
You went like vintage .comedy. That's like 2015 .comedy.
Yeah.
Throw it back.
It was a nice throwback for the masquerade that wasn't a masquerade
I
party.
know. I was so mad that I bought that tux. Like
was-
all the money I don't have.
I
and
was so mad I
spent it
bought
on
that mask. I don't understand what the
a
fuck.
tuxedo and a mask that never got used.
A lot of people had masks on when I went out for New Year's Eve. Was that a thing?
No. So here's the thing. Our corporate overlords.
At comedy shows near me.
No, at Dave and Buster's, not at comedy shows near me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The ones at Dave and Buster's came down and said, "Hey, we're taking over this New Year's after party and doing it our way." And their way wasn't really a way.
Their way was trash.
Their way was rough. So what happened was we ended up with like a masquerade ball that didn't really masquerade. Like, no, there wasn't even, they didn't even pass out masks.
God damn it.
No, they left the mask on a table for you to pick up if you wanted a mask for the masquerade.
And half the people didn't show up in that kind of attire. So you had people wearing whatever the hell they wanted to.
Yeah.
So there's some people who dressed up, some people who didn't. And this is like weird. Like, I'm overdressed. I'm wearing a white tuxedo.
Yeah. I'm wearing a suit.
What you're telling me is they tried to have a formal attire event at a Dave and Buster's and it didn't work?
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Who would have thought that?
I just don't think they communicated it very well.
No, they didn't. They didn't say formal attire on the invitation anywhere.
We were going to do like a 20s throwback party theme.
Yeah.
And then they didn't want to pay for us to do the decorations. They're like, we'll do it. All right, fine. Then it ended up being the masquerade thing. And then corporate was like, no, you can't sell our stuff over there. We have to make it separate. It has to, because like we were doing one thing. And then they were like, no, we have to start at 9. We were going to start the after party at 10.
Yeah.
Then they were like, we got to start at 9 and it has to be in this other room. And then we got to move the comedy to another room. So now like people bought a ticket in an after party thing. They now have to like come to the comedy show and then go to a different room. And we had to move the DJ after the show, but the show ends at 10 and the after party starts at 9. So the whole hour of the after party doesn't have a DJ.
That sounds like a clusterfuck.
Wait for it. Here's the kicker. They have employees that just don't like to show up for work. So that was
no.
So there was one employee running between both rooms.
Yeah.
Wow.
Serving. And these rooms aren't next to each other. They're on they're on like two different ends of the Dave and Buster's.
Yeah.
So it was one of those nights.
Yeah.
And they were happy to have the most talented, the top notch, the upper echelon DJ performing that night in who else? DJ Marcus performing as the DJ for both rooms. After the comedy show, I was okay. And they said, break down, then go to the other room. That way you can do DJing for both rooms.
Okay.
I said, okay. When I got to the other room, they were already playing hip hop music off of Spotify from a laptop.
Okay.
I was like, for that, y'all could have just played that and I could have sat my silly ass down for the night.
Right.
And been good. But no, I plugged in and then I started playing music. And guess what happened once I started playing music?
What?
Everybody left the room.
Oh no! Why? What did you play?
I know it wasn't what I played. They gave them all game passes. So then everyone left to go play games because they had free game passes.
Well, there was that, and then the food started getting cold.
Then food was cold. And it's like none of this is making a party scene. This wasn't an after party. This was just after the show.
Yep.
It wasn't an after party.
It
was after the show. There's some bullshit going on. And
Okay.
I'm not mad about it.
Go? Did the actual comedy go well? That part?
Yeah, I mean, we had a lot of people trying to take pictures with us after the show. We actually were trying to go like show them our merchandise because we finally had hoodies for the first time, and I couldn't get off the stage because people were trying to come up and take photos. So,
the guests had fun at the comedy show.
They enjoyed the comedy show.
No one had fun at the after party, except for me, because I played the music I wanted to hear. It was it was quite possibly the only time in the world where I could DJ for myself.
I don't want to ever hear that I'm not a real entrepreneur ever again. Because if I wasn't, I wouldn't have spent 30 minutes of my New Year's Eve just apologizing to people for shit I did not do.
He was glad handing for about 2 hours after the show was done.
Damn.
So let's see. So we had Jesse Rivas,
Yes,
that comedy alum, Chuck Best, that comedy friend.
Yep.
Chi Chi the comedian.
I don't think Chi ever done anything .comedy.
No, she's never done any that comedy. Chi Chi did go on stage and proceed to try to take everybody's man. That was I think that was her goal when she went on stage.
It's always her goal
because Chi Chi had her Chi-Chis out. And we were all sitting there like her titty gonna come out that dress. Like I'm sitting in the back of the room and I could see it.
And I'm on stage going, I don't know how involved I should be in trying to help her with this.
Help her wrangle that titty in.
I don't know if this is a wardrobe malfunction that I am supposed to intervene on.
It was so weird because we were sitting there and then like she was wearing a shawl at first.
Right.
And then she took it off and she was like, oh, uh-oh. Y'all gonna lose your man. And I looked around the room and a bunch of women just started looking at their husbands.
That's hilarious.
I'm like, uh-oh. But it was like it was a fun night. Then Lawrence gets on stage and does political comedy.
And that we had
making white people feel a little uncomfortable.
So we had a young lady who was it was her birthday. And she had driven down from Philadelphia to see us because there wasn't any comedy in Philly for her to go.
Oh, wow.
And she did not appreciate Lawrence's set.
No, she didn't at all.
He tried to interact with her as if she was a straight woman because she was with her guy friend.
Oh, she wasn't straight.
No.
Oh.
Okay, but how was Lawrence supposed to know that?
No, but yeah.
Literally, Marcus didn't even just now know.
Yeah. No, I stuff happens. And then there was we had a time bomb in the room too that I should have probably planned for more.
A drunk white time bomb.
The drunk white time bomb. And the thing was, she was drunk and white before she went in the room.
Yes.
Like I was walking around before the show trying to find certain things and people, and she's like, "Where's the comedy?" And I was like, "Oh, you're going to be a problem."
Oh yeah, we love white girls like that.
Huh?
Did she heckle?
No, she was actually really well behaved until the headliner.
Until
Lawrence. And then Lawrence started doing stuff, and then Lawrence started doing Lawrence shit. And she thought it was time to talk back to him. And like her voice had no volume control anymore.
And then she started saying phrases that didn't make sense. Because I know at one point she went, "How does I get
what?"
And yes, and everyone went, "Huh?"
She was like, yeah, it was like she got louder and more unintelligible in trying to respond to him, and so it just became like I was literally about to go like just try to get her to calm down because I'm trying to get him off stage. We need to end the show.
Yeah,
and
we need to end the show to start the after party.
Right.
So I'm looking for Joey. And I see Kelechi, and I'm like, someone needs to wrangle that white girl in. And I see Joey walking toward her. And as Joey's walking toward her, Lawrence goes, "All right, that's the end of my set. Y'all been all right. Bye." And he doesn't like really end it. He just walks off stage.
So I had to run on stage now.
I hate when comics do that.
I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then I had to scramble to break down all my equipment to take it to the other room.
Yeah.
He did all his time though, right? Like you should have kind of known.
Yeah, he did his time. No. We were there was people had just gotten their meals.
Yeah,
like as it was supposed to end, and we knew that the DJ was leaving.
Yeah.
So I was trying to secure having some sort of music play while people finished their meals before they left.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Because truthfully, if I'm thinking about it now.
Mm-hmm.
In hindsight, Monday morning quarterback and a thing. I should have probably left at the start of his set.
Yeah.
And then we should have just played like a Spotify or something.
If you had left
at the end of the
set, then they would have been forced to do that theoretically. But who knows what was never mind. I don't want to overthink it. There was
no, I couldn't have left.
Oh,
I
Mike
would have
was
to take
tied
the
in.
mics. Yeah, I would have to take the mics with me.
Yeah,
So it would have been all fucked up. Yeah.
Yep.
Couldn't have done that. Oh well. We're leaving that in 2023.
Exactly what we're doing.
2024 is a new year. New year, new us.
I didn't want to bring it up.
I wanted to bring it up. I mean, shit. We talk about this week in dot comedy all the time, Joey. We got to tell the people what happened to us. Candace, what did you do for New Year's? Did you
I did two things. So I opened for Tony Baker at the Tampa, what was the Tampa Improv, but now has been bought out by the Funny Bone.
Okay,
Oh, wow.
cool.
Yeah, I did an opening spot for Tony Baker, and that was in Tampa. And then I had to rush across town to St. Pete, where I was headlining 2 shows, an 8 p.m. and a 10 p.m. back to back. The 10 p.m. show actually ended up getting canceled, so I only headlined 8 p.m.
Okay.
And then after that, since the late show was canceled, we were like, oh, we can actually go out for New Year's Eve now. Like I expected to be at the show until
Wow.
yeah. So, but since the late show got canceled, we actually went out to a little town called, it's Dunedin, but it has like a little bar scene type of thing. And we just did that and rung in the new year at a tiny little Irish pub. I was with my babe. It was perfect.
Awesome.
That's nice.
That's good. We were with our significant others for New Year's. I mean, that's what really matters.
Mm.
Right. Exactly.
I got laid that night. I was happy.
Yeah. There
So-
you go.
so-
They say whatever you're doing on the new year is like how your year will go. And I brought it in with my babe, so that's all that matters to me. You
Sorry,
brought it in
not a
having
good
sex.
sign.
It's not a
That's
good start for the year and for
No.
Joey. Joey's gonna spend this year stressing about comedy.
Oh,
All the
no.
other ones.
Well, don't think of that part. Think about the successful part. So you're gonna have sold out shows for the rest of the year.
Sure.
Okay.
That's what we're doing.
We didn't end the year that way.
You know what? No. Here's what I've chosen to take away. I'm going to be on stage this year, which
There you
instead
go.
of being behind the stage.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
You can be
Marcus
on
is gonna have a lot of sex this year, apparently.
Shit. We've already had that discussion. That is. I tell my wife every day. Hey man, we gonna do this a lot, but we ain't gonna do it today. I don't know what to tell you. It's not an easy thing for me. I'm 40 years old now. You can't. You don't
I
have
would
to be
think,
40.
You just work so much that I would think you would be too tired to have a high sex drive.
That's what it is. Like
Like,
I drive an hour to and from work. So
that's
my
and
day
then
is,
you work like 10 hours
and I
while
work
you're
10
there.
hours a day. So 12 hours out of my
Mhm.
day is work related.
That's like, how do you even have a libido at that point? I just go home and go to sleep if I were you.
I mean, I do. I mean, I see. I'm good with the 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah, I'm good at waking up. I'll like wake up to go to the bathroom, and then I'll look over, and she'll be there.
Gotcha.
And then I'm like, hey, you know what? Now's a good time. And she'll wake up to do it, and then it's like, hey, then she goes back to sleep. And then
Perfect.
and the best part about that, Joey, and you need to learn this lesson, okay?
Mm.
Best part about that is she's already tired, so you don't got to do that much work. You just got to
Oh, wow.
both of you have to finish, and then you can go to sleep. You ain't got to worry about her having a whole bunch of orgasms and nothing. She's ready to go back to bed anyway.
She's not expecting any special tricks. She just wants to get it over with.
She wants to get it done so she can go back to sleep.
I don't think that
You have found the hack, Marcus.
That's the 40-year-old man life hack.
Yeah,
I'm gonna write a book. Shit.
Holy
That
shit.
trick, Joey? You didn't know that was one of the tricks?
Listen, I'm a craftsman and I take great pride in my work. So
Okay.
unless I have the runway to do a project the right way, I don't attempt it.
Okay, sex god Joe.
Hey.
Joe, we were like, hey man, when I put down tile, I do tile the best way. But fuck you, Joe. You just started fucking a week ago. I ain't got time for you and that shit. Get on my goddamn nerve.
But I'm Italian. That's what we do.
We
We get angry and we do shit really nice.
really nicely. Okay,
We're good with our hands.
there you go. Hey, I've been watching The Sopranos, so I see a lot of that in The Sopranos. See a lot of Italian men doing their thing.
Craftsman.
That was such a good show. And people
for
just watched it for the mafia shit, but the real storyline was the mental health shit. Like people skipped over that part. It was such a great show.
I never watched it.
You never watched The Sopranos?
No.
You should watch it.
It's
You can
good.
watch
It's
your
I
really
feel like
good.
it's gonna annoy me.
Why?
Because people think Italians are, and they make fake stereotype shit, and then I got to deal with it.
I mean, it's not. It's a lot of. It's a mob.
It's like the Tommy DeVito shit that I went through the last few weeks, all over again.
What did you do with Tommy DeVito?
The Giants quarterback thing.
Oh, that guy,
that annoying ass, dumbass kid. They're like, oh, let's see what we have in him. you have worse than Tyrod Taylor. Like play Tyrod Taylor.
Okay. I mean, but you should watch it.
I mean, it's a mob show, so it's gonna have stereotypes, but it's very good.
Okay.
Hey, no fucking Ziti. That's my favorite fucking line from the show, is when his son just comes up in the room looking at dinner. It's like, hey, where's the fucking Ziti? That's Joey on a Sunday dinner at his grandma's house. Oh man. But speaking of 2024 starting a good way.
Yeah.
We got some good comedy drop this past week to kick off 2024.
Comedy drop?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what you mean by that.
I thought you said comedy drama. That's what I thought.
Not drama. But
that too.
That's part two of this.
Gotcha.
This portion of the conversation.
We did. The Dreamer.
Yeah. Did you watch The Dreamer, Candace?
I did not watch Dave Chappelle? Yeah, of course. I watched it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I got a chance to watch it last night. Joey watched it today. Okay. So Candace, we'll start with you. What is your take on The Dreamer? How did you feel about it?
I mean, it's great. You can't go wrong with Chappelle. I feel like he's more long-winded these days, so it takes a while to get to the pops, but they're always worth it when he gets there. I'll say that. But he's starting to become Cosby-ish with his storytelling, where it takes a long time to get to the laughter. Yeah. But I will say every time it's worth the payoff. So that's
also his stories aren't boring. Like you're interested in what he has to say. So it's not like someone just telling a generic story. Like he's a
great storyteller. Like he's eloquent. He knows the pauses and the rises and falls of his voice. All of it works. I would just like to have more jokes in a Dave Chappelle special.
Yeah. I mean, that's young people stuff though. Like younger comedians are like Dave. You got to remember Dave being as young as he is. He's been doing it for as long as like most comedians.
Yeah,
started in their like late 20s, early 30s.
Right.
He started when he was like 15, right?
He started at 15.
Yeah, he has more years doing it than not now.
Yeah, so he's not at the I wouldn't say he's at the tail end of doing it, but he's in the elder statesman part of the career.
Right. Okay.
So him telling the jokes the way he does, he's not trying to do rapid fire. Hey, let me get all these bits out so everybody hears them.
Well, and he's also doing the thing that, you don't see from people like Kevin Hart, where he's not trying to pretend that his life is relatable.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Like he leans into his situation and telling his story, and there's not this like pretense of trying to take something that's not relatable and make it relatable.
Yeah,
right.
He's basically just saying this is what I feel, and he relates it by going back to when it was
relatable.
Right. Yeah. So I know I kind of appreciate where he's come, the way he's working it. I mean, what else do you? I don't think you're ever going to get the killing him softly Dave Chappelle again.
No.
Right. Yeah, he's matured past that.
Mm-hmm. But honestly, that's still my favorite Chappelle special. Like
it is.
Is that the one with the baby dealing drugs on the corner? Yes. Yeah, that's definitely the funniest shit.
Baby, what you doing up here? I'm selling drugs, nigga.
Like, to me, that's the Dave Chappelle I want. The one we have is amazing, but that's what I kind of want.
Yeah, I do wish there was a little bit. I mean, he does feel like he's doing a little bit soapbox-ish stuff now.
Yep.
Which is fine, but I do miss
just
that
the jokes.
Yeah.
Like I miss just jokes.
Like, I kind of want to see him do it just to prove he still can do it.
I'm sure he can.
I'm sure he can too, but that's what I'm saying. Like, is that
he pulled a punchline out of a fishbowl and worked it into his whole fucking set? He is a genius.
I would love to see him do that for a whole special.
Just pull out random punchlines and work them.
Yeah, because one, he's one of the few people who can do that.
Yeah,
and it would be funny and hilarious and enjoyable.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he did a lot of that with the Dreamer.
And I think that also might give you a different perspective too, because like, you know, people are always worried about who he's punching at. Well, he's not punching at any particular group. And I think if you did that style of thing, literally, he's not making any choices there. The choices are being made for him, and he's punching at whatever you hand him.
It doesn't matter who he's punching at.
It doesn't.
He punched everybody.
Right.
The Dreamer punched everyone in the face.
He's South Park.
Yeah, he's become South Park.
Parking.
And that's what I loved about the Dreamer. I watched it. Me and my girlfriend watched it last night, and I had seen like a short for the first joke he told on the Dreamer, and I was like, this guy can't miss.
Yeah. And
I gotta watch the special. And then when I watched it, I sat through it. Like the Lil Nas X bit killed me.
My favorite part was the fucking stripper bit when he says sometimes he goes to a strip club just to read. Just to read.
It's better.
He was like with the book in his hand, like, no, thank you. That shit was hilarious.
Yeah, I definitely agree with
the bit that went over everyone's head, which it killed me when I heard it. Was the Titanic bit?
What about it?
When he was like the dead bodies on the Titanic seeing that submarine coming down, and they were like, "Welcome to my watery grave."
Oh yeah, that part wasn't that funny to me. He just wanted to do the voice.
He wanted to do that,
right?
But that's what made it funny to me is him actually trying that out.
He knows how dumb it is.
He's like, that was the stupidest joke he could put out there, but it made it so much more fun for me to watch him like break so many times doing that.
Well, the callback worked so much better than the joke because the way he set it up with his wife. Like, no, you have to do the voice.
You gotta do the voice.
I like thought the part about the Jim Carrey thing.
Yes,
that was great.
The part that I thought was hilarious was because I was watching it with my fiance, and instantaneously, as soon as I'm like, okay, Norm Macdonald. I'm trying to remember what movie Norm Macdonald, Jim Carrey were in, and then as soon as he said "Man on the Moon," I was like, oh shit, because I knew exactly where he was going at that point. Because I remember that being like that Jim Carrey was in character the whole time, and I was like, I already see that he's setting up the fact that Jim Carrey's going to be in character, and he's not going to be Jim Carrey when he goes to meet Jim Carrey. And like, I'm laughing already because I already see where it's going. And like, she had to wait for the punchline. So it was one of those times where you really see the difference between being a comedian and not.
Yeah.
Like, you can see the thing. And this is why I can't watch like sometimes I can appreciate it, but also sometimes when you see it coming, it does take a little bit. It
takes away from it. Yeah.
But it's also like kind of cool to like be able to pick that up that fast.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but it was a great special.
You know when it's not cool to pick up something fast?
What's that?
When you're watching a movie.
Okay.
I watched Rebel Moon.
I haven't seen Rebel Moon.
It's like if they took Gladiator, Chronicles of Riddick, and Empire Strikes Back and smashed them together.
That doesn't sound too bad. That sounds kind of awesome.
There's some stuff like there's parts of it where it could be really cool, but here's the problem.
What's Rebel Moon on?
Netflix.
Okay.
The protagonist is the dumbest bitch I've ever seen.
Oh.
Because the plot twist you see coming immediately because
at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, because like as soon as the twist is introduced, like you see that you go, why did you just do that? That was you're just gonna trust him? You just like there's nothing. They
telegraphed this like 4 minutes ago.
No, there was just like literally nothing. Like everything about like the guy literally introduces himself as an opportunist, and then like then you get betrayed by him. Then you're surprised when he sells you out. And I'm like, there was nothing he did that would make you trust him.
Okay.
Other than B from Sons of Anarchy.
Is the white guy from Sons?
Yes.
Wait, there's all white guys. I can't say the white.
No, you know the guy.
Jax.
That's the only one. Like, oh, Jax, he's pretty eyes. I trust him. And then, he sold her.
You know what I finally watched?
Cocaine
Bear. Have you guys watched that?
Yes.
I didn't watch Cocaine Bear, but I watched
It was-
the documentary of Cocaine Bear.
Oh, the movie is great. It's so cheesy and hilariously cheesy funny. I loved it.
I was just like so confused as to what it wanted to be at times, because sometimes it like really wanted to be gory, and other times it wanted to be like really goofy.
Okay.
And then at some point, like it wanted to kind of mirror and then it got like really weird at one point.
Really?
Yeah, the ending with like the family of bears was
Doing
so
blow? Were they family doing blow?
Yeah,
The ending where Ray Liotta falls off the cliff, all that shit was stupid. But leading up to that was
Yeah.
fantastic. They had so many times, Marcus, where they could have shot this bear square in the face, and they just didn't. They just kept not doing it for 2 hours.
yeah.
Like, why you ain't killing this goddamn cocaine bear yet?
Like they just kept not shooting it for 2 hours. I was like, this is fantastic.
Yeah, they would always look at the bear, and the bear would have like blood all over its face,
Right.
and the bear go, oh, they would go, oh, and then they would run, and then the bear would chase them, looking for more cocaine.
We're looking for more. Okay, I gotta watch it. I think that's gonna be on the watch list.
Yeah.
From the next day off.
It's entertaining.
Okay. Oh man, but yeah, man. So we had that drop. So and then speaking of elder statesman comedians,
Here we go.
there was an interview with Cat Williams that dropped.
By Shannon Sharp, which I didn't know. When I heard of the Shay Shay, I didn't know what that was.
You didn't know what Club Shay Shay was?
No.
Club Shay Shay is for the culture. If you're not of the culture, you don't know about.
When did
that
he
shit,
start
Club Shay Shay.
doing that?
It's been a while.
He started doing that, but while he was still with Skip.
Okay.
Yeah, he started doing that as that was his kind of outlet for not being
Dealing-
able to curse when he was with Skip. So he would curse all day on Club Shay Shay.
You know, he wanted to tell Skip he was a racist.
Oh, yeah,
fucker
fuck
all the
yeah.
time.
The whole time he was with Skip Bayless.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Club Shay Shay has been a part of like the zeitgeist of black culture for a minute.
Okay.
All right. So Cat Williams decided to sit down at Club Shay Shay with Uncle Shannon.
Mhm.
And
take shots at everybody.
okay, air true grievances. That's how I look at it.
First of all, so much. There was some of those things that were verifiable lies. Like he said that Cedric the Entertainer wasn't funny enough to have a special on YouTube or Tubi.
No,
Cedric has a special on Netflix right now. I just watched it yesterday.
no, he doesn't. He didn't say he wasn't funny enough to have a special.
He
on
said 4 of them weren't funny enough to be available.
He did 4 of them that aren't available anywhere, not even on Netflix or Tubi, which is true. He has one of his stand-up specials that is on Netflix now, and I think that was the one he did like I want to say 5 years ago.
Yeah. I don't know how many does Cat actually have on those platforms? He has 12. He said that, but how many of those are available?
There's like
There
six of
are
them on Netflix.
several. On
Yeah, there's
Netflix.
6 of them on Netflix. I know that for certain because he pops up right next to Kevin Hart's.
Right.
So every time a Kevin Hart special comes up, Cat Williams is right there.
I thought
next
it was
to him.
weird he started taking shots at Kevin Hart. That seemed like
No,
completely
he hates
innocent.
Kevin Hart with a passion.
Why?
Him and Kevin Hart have not liked each other since they were on Wild 'N Out together.
Is it because they're little?
They're little people. They can't occupy the same space. You've never seen 2 leprechauns in the same room.
God damn it.
Then he has the nerve to say because I'm bigger in real life.
I was like, boy, you are 5'3". Sit down.
That was like I was kind of with him on a lot of it. Then he said that. I'm like, all right, come on, dude.
he's punching down.
You're getting a little carried away.
Oh my goodness. But yeah. So that was verifiable. The Ricky Smiley shit he said, verifiable and all true.
Wait, first of all, he said that he had it written into his contract that Ricky Smiley had to be in a dress on the next
He has to
movie.
wear a dress whenever
There's
he's in the
no
movie.
way you can write into your contract what another comic has to do. That's complete bullshit.
He said if Ricky Smiley's in a movie with me, he needs to wear a dress.
Or I won't. I think it basically
Or
means
I won't do it.
Right, but
You
you
can,
can't
you
write
can.
that Ricky Smiley has to wear a dress. Like,
Or they
that's
won't
not-
put Ricky Smiley in the movie.
He can't. Yeah.
I mean, that's how it
Or
works.
one of them will not be in that.
One
movie.
of them wouldn't be in First Sunday, and Ricky Smiley was there, and he was in a dress, and he was only he was in the movie in a dress for all of a scene and a half.
Mm.
And Cat Williams was in the movie in that goddamn
He said they
Sears sucker suit.
They gotta play women because they're not believable as men.
Wait, what?
He said they gotta play women because they're not believable as men.
He said Ricky
Yikes.
Smiley and
Tyler Perry.
He
Shut
came
up.
for Martin too. Did you guys get that far into the video?
I didn't get all the way to Martin.
Yeah,
Martin
so he
Lawrence?
was saying that Martin took some time off of comedy and he called up Cat Williams and he said, when I get back on the scene, I want to do a movie with you, a buddy cop movie. And then Cat Williams said he showed up for the meeting and it was with both of them in dresses. And he was like, I'm not fucking doing this shit. After he had agreed, he told Martin, yeah, whatever you need, you're my boy, I'm going to do it. And then when he showed up, it was the script for Big Mama. And he was like, I'm not doing it.
Oh, Big Mama's house. Okay, well, here, the thing about that would be, I don't think that's coming for Martin. I wouldn't take that as coming from Martin. It would be I don't fuck with dresses. I don't fuck with men wearing dresses. I get it. I don't fuck with men wearing dresses.
Do you think the part about the rape scene in
Oh, yeah.
Friday After Next
Oh,
Friday?
yeah.
I believe that's true. I believe that's fucking true. Because that scene, it looked like he was about to get raped. And the comedy of it was him not getting raped.
Oh.
Was him saying, I am a boy.
I'm a
Damon.
boy, Damon.
I
And
agree.
Brad-
That's infinitely more funny than him actually getting assaulted.
Yeah.
I agree.
and again,
Ages better for sure.
it does. Oh shit, yeah, it does. That would have been a Me Too moment that would have been Terry Cruz's Me Too moment.
Wow.
Because he raped Cat Williams in a movie. see how Cat Williams saved Terry Cruz's career.
Yeah.
I think Terry Crews has been Me Too'd anyway, so I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
What did he get Me Too'd for?
No, he
A
got
couple of years ago, right?
no. He was the Me
He was
Too
the
lead.
male Me Too.
He got groped by somebody.
Yeah,
Oh,
some
he
gay
got victimized.
Yeah.
gay Hollywood exec grabbed his dick at
That's
a
when
party.
people stopped fucking with him too.
Yeah,
Right after that, then he wasn't in the Expendables anymore.
no, they killed him in the Expendables.
Oh,
Randomly, like they killed him in the first like 5 minutes of the Expendables, and he'd been in the first 3.
Holy
And-
shit.
In 4 they just shot him and he just never came back. I guess
He wouldn't let the dude grab his dick.
yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I guess the dude was Sylvester Stallone. I mean, you gotta let Sly grab your dick.
I
Oh,
said,
That's part of life in Hollywood.
he said I called out Steve Harvey wearing a unit this whole time. He was so annoyed. And then he said an earthquake can't get a sitcom because he can't read.
Yo, I was like, do you guys think that that's true? Earthquake sounds very intelligent to me. I don't know if I want to believe he's illiterate.
No, Earthquake may be illiterate.
Okay.
I know Steve Harvey's illiterate. Steve Harvey said he don't know how to talk. His exact words was, they told me they gonna bring a speech pathologist in here. Like, that's not a speech pathologist. Is not what the fuck they're gonna bring in here,
He
Steve.
said, I don't need a country bumpkin. To look at Mr. God, he was going in.
Yeah, he went hard in that one.
I
How
really
can you have a problem with so many people?
I don't know, but
Oh my
I've never
God.
wished that Bernie was alive more than now.
Now, oh,
Because like that was the only link to here that's a missing piece of this puzzle.
yes,
Do you
Because
guys know
now
he said stole his joke?
that said stole Bernie's joke. I didn't
No.
get it. Or Cat's joke.
Yeah, Cat accused Cedric of stealing one of his jokes from way back in the day. The spaceship driving joke that he does on Kings of Comedy. He said that he got that joke from when Cat
Mhm.
did it on Comic View.
I mean, that should be verifiable.
That's verifiable. You can check old comic views from.
He said it was in the commercial for Comic
Yeah, that's what he said. So that we should be able to look up at some point. But
and that Mark Cooper helped him write it.
Yeah, and he
Mark
said
Curry.
Steve,
Mark Curry.
McCurry, sorry.
and he said Steve Harvey stole Mark Curry's show, which is fucking true. He stole.
I
him.
never thought about that until he said it, and I was like, oh yeah.
And Mark Curry still tours with him.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Tours with Cat Williams.
Cat Williams, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Mark Curry's probably one of the most underrated comedians.
Yeah.
Out there. We could get him on a comedy show near me.
You think so?
I think so.
That'd be cool.
If we could get Mark Curry and who else? Pierre.
Those old Comic View comedians seem to love us.
Yes, I'd love to get most of them on because I would sit there because I remember watching Comic View right before BET Uncut at 2 a.m. and laughing my ass off right before Tip Drill came on. And Candace, you remember Tip Drill, don't you?
I do, Nelly.
Yeah, it was probably that was the greatest like midnight to 3 a.m. on BET was probably the greatest.
What was it called? BET Uncut.
BET Uncut. Yeah, BET Uncut, and you had Comic View from midnight to 3 a.m. That was the greatest television. That was the greatest black television as far
That
as
was some good times.
entertainment. Because you saw all the videos that they don't want you to see ever that were made by for $35 on a GoPro. You'd see them at 2, 3 in the morning, and it's all ass shaking. It's either ass shaking or people getting shot. And it's like, why is this video not being played on TV? Oh, because it's the worst video you could possibly watch.
I dropped the link in the comments. If you haven't seen this interview, you can go find it on YouTube. This is a short version. There's also a 2 hour and 40-minute version.
Yeah, that bitch is almost 3 hours long.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I watched like
Shay
2
Shay
hours and
Club Shay Shay, the actual like show is about 2 hours long.
Nah, this bitch is like almost 3 hours. It's 2 hours and like 46 minutes.
Yeah.
Between Club Shay Shay and Kevin Hart, Heart to Heart, it seems like the best like interviews now are done with people you don't expect to be doing interviews.
Yeah.
I didn't expect Shannon Sharp to be an interviewer or this big of a telecaster.
Here's the thing. In the clip that I watched, he barely asked any questions.
He didn't have to. He started and Cat went. And I was like, okay. He's like, you had another motherfucker on here lying. It's like, Jesus Christ, you just blame him for people talking.
Crazy.
He's like, I don't know why
you said that. I was like, God damn.
Why did you ask him that? I was like, I don't know.
You know why? I don't know why liars lie. What the fuck is going on? Why do you think he said that? I don't know why liars lie.
What he said when he was like I feel like you wrote this ahead of time. Like
you feel like this was a set.
This seems like a sketch from a movie or a scene in a movie. I was just like, yo.
This motherfucker came for decades of comedy.
Yeah, here's the thing. He had Orlando Brown energy when he did it.
Yeah. No, did you see you've seen the interview, right? Stupid.
What was that? Wait, what was the thing he said?
Oh, when he was talking about Bow Wow? Bow Wow's got good pussy. He got that.
What? Who said
that? Orlando Brown.
Oh my God.
Orlando Brown is a fucking nut job.
Watch this interview with Kat and then go back and watch that interview. Their demeanor was very similar.
Orlando Brown talked about Raven Simone. He said Raven Simone sucks a good dick. And he was like, huh?
Raven Simone's a lesbian.
When she was sucking dick, she sucked the mean one. He talked about Bow Wow. It was like, where the fuck are you going with this interview, dude?
Who was interviewing him?
It was a Vlad interview.
Oh my God, when was this?
Mid last year.
Yeah, sometime last year. I think.
Mid last year.
Yeah, damn. Raven Simone was catching strays in 2022.
Yeah,
like she's not even relevant.
Yeah,
I mean, Orlando Brown's not relevant.
Yeah,
so
true.
He was on Bad Boys Club or something where he got beat up. So that made him relevant in black media. So
I guess
they had him on there for that reason.
What Tiger from Major Payne has become?
Thank you. Jesus, he was Tiger, wasn't he?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Ugh.
I guess when you're raised by a major that crazy,
Damon Wayans.
by Damon Wayans. Oh my goodness! But yeah, that's that. Cat Williams putting out that business. I mean, he's not there promoting anything. He wasn't promoting a new special. He wasn't promoting anything, any work he's doing out there.
Well, he started the interview by saying that.
Yeah,
He
so
doesn't deal out to promote stuff. He doesn't like to go and do interviews.
he's
do
like
interviews.
he was just there to air grievances.
He just saw all the other guys go on that show, and he's like, no. I'm saying my piece.
He's like, hey, if
He
you
dragged the fuck out of Faison Love.
I
didn't see that part.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
He went on Faison.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was only for like a minute. He didn't need to go deep into it.
No, you just start on Faison and move.
He was saying, first of all, again, some of this is bullshit. So he was like, the reason why Faison Love wasn't in the next Friday is because he sucked so bad in the first Friday. Number one, Big Worm was one of everybody's favorite characters, so that's not the case. Number two, there's a lot of people that weren't in the second Friday that were in the first one, including Chris Tucker, who was like the star of the fucking show.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Chris wasn't in it because
I think contract or money or something.
it was money. That's why he never came back.
Yeah.
And then, like, the luster had gone off by the third and fourth one, so he was like, "Fuck it, I don't need to be in that number."
So he addressed that too. He was like, people are complaining that Ice Cube didn't pay them enough. And he was like, well, what did they expect? It was like, this money was this, that it was a film done out of his own pocket on a low budget. Like, what was your expectation? He was like, that's like going to Goodwill and expecting like Bergdorf's. Is like, if you could afford Bergdorf's, you would have fucking been over there. Like, you were here because that's who would hire you. And that's what they could afford to pay.
Pretty much. You know, no. So it's that part.
Anywho, what happened? Why are y'all silent? What is happening?
Oh no! Oh shit! He's a fat Faison lie.
That was a part that caught me off guard because it came out of nowhere.
When they're talking about him, he's like, "How Faison catch a straight?" Oh my goodness!
And then he had an answer, which made it even better. He's like, he says, "Easy to get a special." Then why don't you have it?
Yeah, because Faison came up talking about when he was talking about Country Wayne. That's when he was talking about Netflix specials and people having them, and it's like, okay, when have you done a special? I don't know. I've never seen live with Faison, so it's. I mean, these are verifiable truths, Candace, and I believe he was telling the truth throughout the whole thing. Candace muted herself, so she's probably cursing in the background.
No, I'm not. I'm here.
Okay, all right. I didn't know if you had some rebuttal on that end.
No, I didn't. I just was. It's just also not a good look. Like, you just go and trash everybody in your industry. That's not a good way to. It's not a good way to conduct business.
I mean, when he's promoting himself,
that's the thing.
He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to be nice to the rest of them. They're not putting him on. That's like if Joey decided tomorrow.
Oh,
fuck DC Comics.
If I decided to air all
your
things
grievances,
I know,
yeah.
Oh my god, if I talked all the shit I want to talk, there's just like there's so many things.
Don't do it right now.
You don't understand how much bitten my tongue is. My tongue has calluses that go miles into the earth from all of the biting I've had to do to not fuck up my business over the past year.
Yeah.
And the way people act in this industry.
That's what I'm saying. But yet he just went there and just let his tongue fucking fly. It's
Well,
not
he
a good
doesn't
move.
worry about
But
it.
he's in a position where he doesn't I wish I was in it. Believe me. I would love to be at that point. And there will be a day.
Most comics aren't in that position. Most comics don't get to that level.
There gonna be a day, like an episode of Entourage, where Ari fucking buys the rival agency and he shows up with a paintball gun and just starts going ham on all the people he wants to fire. I can't wait for that day to come.
I don't know if anybody is successful enough to go and just trash an entire industry. Like
It's
that's
not
not
an
a
entire
good move,
industry.
no matter what.
It's a group of individuals. I don't know that he went like I don't think that those guys are everything in the industry.
He took out some of the top guys. He took on some of the top guys in the industry. But the problem is, I mean, not the problem. The thing about him doing that, he can do it, and they can take it.
Yeah,
because they've gone on him.
Right.
Like we got to get out of this method of thinking that Cat's crazy.
Well, I mean, there was 2016
when he fought that little boy.
When he got into like 8 fights in the space of like 3 months.
You gotta fight motherfuckers sometimes, Joey.
He was getting in fights. He threw a salt shaker at some guy at a diner one time. I was just like, it was so. I was like, because like after this, we were like, wasn't he arrested for something? And I looked it up. Yeah, 2016. He was getting arrested every other week.
I don't know if I'm willing to believe he was never on drugs. He had some very drug-doing behavior for several years in a row there.
That's not in question, but he has done a good job of covering it up. I will give him that. He has a good point.
He has been using drugs.
No one, not a soul has come forward regarding said drugs about at any point in time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't do drugs, Joey.
Did you guys
do you do drugs, Joey?
No, not really.
Good. All right. So did you guys what did we do?
I was going to ask if you noticed that Fat Joe was trending on Twitter the other day.
I saw it. I saw it today.
It looks like he's lost weight.
That's not Fat Joe. That's almost Fat Jada.
Y'all know damn well that's not Fat Joe. People are just trying to be funny. People are trying to be funny. Everybody on the internet made the same joke all day. It was either Pitbull, The Rock, or Fat Joe.
I like the multi-picture layer there.
I mean, it does look like he's like gradually becoming Jada.
Joe's becoming Jada.
I mean,
it's because of the outfit. That is a poor outfit choice.
What the fuck is she wearing that for?
Are those leg warmers?
She's wearing leg warmers, sweatpants, and a fucking goose neck.
A puff jacket. Like, I don't know what she's doing. Like it's not just the bald head that's making her look masculine here.
Oh no,
it's the outfit.
It's the aviator sunglasses.
Yeah, Jada needs to sit down somewhere. I'm at that point now. I was all on board with I was on Team Jada for a long time. I supported her daughter and her mother sitting at Will Smith's table where he would eat in silence and hope that no one came home that day. And took his whole house over and made it a studio and then aired his business out on the street. I supported it because they did it as a family. They did the whole thing as a family. Will was there, Jada was there, Willow was there, the son that nobody talks about was there. The other son that's quite gay but not gay, he's there. I was there for it. I was with him up until the point where she just kept embarrassing this human being. Mercilessly.
Okay, the thing is, I read her book. Like,
you read the book?
Yeah, I read it. It was great. I read her book. I did Britney Spears, Jennifer Lewis. I love to read the memoirs of famous and successful women, Michelle Obama, whatever. Anyway, I didn't
read Michelle Obama's book because I ain't trust Michelle Obama. She said some shit in the interview, but I'll talk about that after you finish saying what you're gonna say.
So Jada said that they haven't been together since I think it was 2016, 2018, something like that. So Red Table Talk was well after that. So they were living separate at that point for quite some time. So all this stuff where you're like, oh, she was embarrassing Will, blah, blah, blah. Within their marriage, they had already physically and romantically separated, but just stayed legally married.
No.
Yes, read the book.
No. I'm not saying that is not true. You lied to us in the world like you had a successful, happy marriage that was over with.
They didn't lie about that. People assumed, and they just didn't correct them.
Same bullshit, different coat. All right.
It's same big puffy coat.
People assume that they had an open relationship and all these different types of narratives, and they just let that happen. They didn't.
All they had to do at any point was to say, "Hey, you know what? We're not together." And people,
why? Why do they owe us that bit? Why is that our business was going on?
Because they put themselves in the public fucking eye.
Okay.
They routinely chose to put their whole business in the whole world.
They put their business out there. They came and they gave advice to people about life and family. Their family's fucked up. Say our family's fucked up. That way we all don't take your advice. We take it with a grain of salt. No, you wanted to run a check. You wanted to run a check, and now your shit's found out. Now you want to write a book.
When were they giving family and relationship advice? When did that happen?
Every episode of Red Table Talk. You didn't watch Red Table Talk, I'm guessing.
I did watch Red Table Talk, yeah.
Did you watch the special episodes when they were all in the kitchen together?
No, I didn't watch it religiously. I watched like the big episodes. I watched her and Will. I watched when who else was on there? I want to say Queen Latifah. Just a few here and there.
Yeah, I religiously watched it because I wanted to support a black family doing positive black shit, making sure they put the message of mental health out there, making sure they put the awareness of diseases in the black community, making sure that they put out there the cocaine use that her mama went through, that she went through, all the shit that they went through. I wanted to support it because I was like, you know what? That's a black family. I want to make sure I keep them on the air as long as possible. But then you look at this shit and you go, it was all fucking fugazi.
Mm-hmm.
It was all a fucking lie. That's where I'm pissed at. I was not pissed at her for cheating on Will. Shit, she cheated. But then
she didn't. They were broken up. They were on a break.
Okay, Candace. Why go on Red Table Talk and say we ride together, we die together, bad marriages for life?
Because they're still married. They made a commitment to each other to never actually divorce.
That's stupid. That's just dumb.
Come on.
They are still married. In the book, she said on their wedding day, Will came to her and said, my people, my lawyers, my team, they've asked me to get you to sign this prenuptial agreement. And she said to him, if we're going to start a marriage already planning for the day and hour that it ends, then let's just not get married. And then Will said, I agree. And he tore it up. So
well, a bitch for that. Fuck that. That was a woman trap.
No, he has somebody that's going to keep her promise. She's like, I'm never divorcing him. We're not together. I'm doing my own thing. He's doing his own thing, but I'm keeping my promise until the day I die.
So you lied to God. You didn't lie to man. You lied to God. You lied to God because God said you two would be together. That's the promise you made at the church. Y'all lied at.
She said, I'm not about to leave this man and take all his money. And she has kept her promise. She stayed married to him. She's not divorcing him.
You could just have an honest divorce and then not have any of this
not take any of his shit.
Yeah.
She didn't have to take any of his money.
But also they agreed that they were never going to get divorced. So Will Smith has already been divorced once. And when he got married the second time, he said, I never want to get divorced ever again.
Then he should have not married her ex.
Yeah.
Because if here's the thing, once you get to the point of cheating on your spouse, you've been divorced in your mind for years.
They're not cheating. They are physically and romantically separated.
That's not
true. They're still cheating on each other. Yeah. They're married.
Then they're not married.
Then they're not married. You can either stop having your Kate. Stop having your Kate and Edith too. That's what you all are fucking doing. You're trying to have your Kate and Edith too. I heard that on the
They're
internet.
just identifying as polyamorous now. Like is
Thank
that
you.
what they're doing? Like, what is that what we're doing now?
No,
So
we're giving them an out for stupidity.
Tell
hold
me
on.
that it's not that's what's happening, and then tell me why that slap happened.
At the end of the book, she said that he recently came to her and said that he wanted to try getting their marriage back together in the traditional, regular married way. So they might be on that page now, but they weren't for years, and they definitely weren't at the time of the smack.
So why would you slap somebody talking about a bitch you ain't romantically involved with?
Because she's the mother of his children.
You think I'm gonna slap somebody talk about my goddamn baby mother? Fuck her and him.
Oh my God.
Keep my wife's name out your motherfucking mouth. No, that's what you say when you in love with somebody. No,
maybe
over that joke. That joke was
the
not
joke was
slap-worthy.
stupid.
Everybody would have looked at.
I agree that was not a slap-worthy joke. There was so much more he could have said.
If Will had let that go, everyone would have said Chris Rock told a stupid joke about Jada Pinkett Smith last night. Here's the joke, and that would have been the end of it after one cycle of news.
It wouldn't even have been in the news.
It wouldn't even been in the news. It would have been on ET. It would have been on E Entertainment.
Yeah, they would have gone. Yeah, I don't know what he was trying to do there, Sharon. Like that
would have been it.
Speaking of marriages, everyone's trying to put some poison in Simone Biles' marriage, and I don't care for it.
And fuck them for trying.
I really don't like this thing we're doing.
Candace, do you know about this situation?
Yeah. So he said that she came after him, blah, blah, blah. But if you watch the full interview, he talks about how he can't live without her and she's made him the man that he is today. And he says all these great things about her, but people just took that one soundbite of her saying that he was the aggressor, that she was the aggressor when they first got together.
Yes.
The rest of the interview is him praising her and saying that she is the woman who made him what he is, blah, 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 blah.
In other words, he loves his wife. He cherishes his wife as his wife. And everyone else should shut the fuck up.
Yeah. And then there was another quote that during an interview she did where she said that her and her husband don't bring up who's the better athlete because they can't agree.
Because she's the better athlete, and he
no. That's the point. It's a stupid thing to compare. It's an idiotic comparison.
Candace, okay, hold on, wait a second, Joey, before you go, I know you're very sensitive about this conversation.
I'm so annoyed by this.
Hold on, let me say what I gotta say.
How is she the better athlete?
She is the most decorated Olympic gymnast of all time. Not this year, last year, of all time, and if you ask me right now, I couldn't even tell you what sport he played. Is it basketball? Is it football? Is it soccer? What the fuck does he even do? Never heard of him.
So it doesn't matter. First of all, you need to divorce yourself from the marketability aspect. The Olympics is, of course, there's 4 Olympians you can name in the world at any given point.
Who else is an Olympian?
Name another Olympian.
Candace, name 2 other Olympians.
Dominique Dawes, Michael Phelps, Ryan Lochte. Do you want me to keep going? Like, you can name Olympians.
2 white men. I knew she was going to name 2 white men.
You asked me to name Olympians. Okay.
You named 2 white men from DC.
So my point is,
my point is, now, can you name a starting NFL safety?
I don't even know what a safety is. I can name Colin.
Exactly. So you're biased because you don't know what the thing involves. You have no idea what you're talking about.
No.
I know that if you're an Olympian, that means you're not the best in a league or in your neighborhood. That means you are the best in the world.
But the world doesn't. Okay.
No, in that thing,
is the best of the best
in gymnastics.
Yeah. Well, what is he doing? He is whatever his sport he plays.
I said he's one of the best in the world at football, which requires you to be able to do 16 other things. Like, it's not, first of all, they're not like one, you're competing against yourself and gravity, which she has an advantage because she is a tiny creature. 2,
she's not fighting that much gravity.
He's competing against 300-pound grown-ass men that are trying to murder him on every play of an NFL game. In addition to that, he has other teammates that can fuck his whole shit up if they don't do their jobs right. He could be the best safety.
What is his name again?
He could be the best safety in the league, and his team could go 0-16 because his team stinks around him.
What's his name again?
There's no such thing as that in gymnastics.
True. I mean, she can win a gold medal by herself. He can't win an NFL trophy, NFL championship by himself.
There's no way you could put her on an NFL field.
No.
And there's no way you could put him on into a gymnastics competition and expect them to do the same thing. That's why I said what they did in agreeing to disagree is exactly what you should do, because they're not.
What I'm saying is he even successful or one of the best people in the NFL? I've never
doesn't matter.
He's made the NFL. That makes him one of the best.
I've never even heard of him.
He's one of the best to play.
He's
one of the best to play the sport because he's in the NFL. If you make an NFL team, you by pure the ability of you to play that sport makes you better than 900,000 other people. There are.
So what
you got to think of it this way, Candace. You got to think of it just like this. For him to have played high school football, college football, and then to go pro, the numbers alone for when you start are high. By the time it whittles down to pro, you've got 53 players on the team.
Yes.
How many teams?
And that's 53 players on a final roster.
On a final roster. How many teams are there, Joe?
32.
32 teams times 50 times 53 players. I'm gonna do this math with this calculator because I'm really slow at math sometimes. 53.
The matter of
times 32.
It's a matter.
So that's 1,696 players
right
on the main roster of a team. Out of all the players, all the people who play the sport of football, you're at the top echelon of all of them in the NFL.
Okay, wait a minute. You're just saying because he went pro, that means he was one of the greater athletes.
You don't go pro. You don't go pro. You are selected as one of the best athletes to take that position.
So a couple things. One, you got to understand the level of competition. How many people are on a gymnastics team? Right? 24. Yeah. I looked it up. It's 24, right? And an NFL team is 53. Now that's a pro roster. Even if you scale that and go back to each level before that, there's infinitely more competition to make and stay at each level. You have to be one of the best in high school to get recruited and get an opportunity at a Division I school usually. Then you have to be one of the best in college at your position just to even have a chance. This guy didn't even get drafted. So that means he has to beat out every guy that got drafted to play the position and the team has investment for. Then he has to stick in the NFL. The average NFL career is 2 to 3 years. He's been in it at 5, and now he's a starter in the NFL despite not being drafted, despite no one having any investment in him.
True. And he is ranked as far as being a NFL safety. He is ranked number 8 of 401 safeties in the NFL,
according to
let's say Player Profiler.
I don't know how they rank those.
It's fantasy ranking.
Oh, okay.
So if I had gotten him on my fantasy team, well, it wouldn't even have mattered because the fantasy points that he would have got me would have all scored for one damn defense.
The athleticism required to play NFL football is a whole different. You have to be one of the best athletes in the world to have a chance. That's why none of these guys are doing Olympic shit in their free time.
They don't do anything other than play football.
It's impossible.
In their free time. And Olympians have to train for years to play one season. He has to be at the top of his game for every year he goes out there.
And just be lucky enough not to get hurt.
And not break an ankle.
He's just one guy on one team. She represents the entire nation.
No, she doesn't.
Had to beat out. Yes, she does. She's on the U.S. Olympic team, which means she had to beat out everybody else in the country to get the spot on the U.S. Olympic
everybody
team.
In the country is trying to do Olympics. They're not.
Okay, well, he only had to beat out all the people who were trying to do football. It's the same.
It's not. There's way more people trying to play football than trying to be on gymnastics. It's infinitely higher.
How the fuck do you know that? That's just what
you
assume.
Because I'm not assuming. I know that because that's how football works. Like that one, you make money playing football versus unless you're Simone Biles, you don't make dick doing gymnastics. What do the gymnastics teammates that she have do professionally?
What is it?
Are they still
name
doing
one
gymnastics?
Of her teammates? Name one of her teammates.
I can't. Why would I know them? They're losers. She's the gold medalist.
But they represent America.
Name all of fucking what's his name's teammates. I don't even know what team he's on.
He's on the Green Bay Packers.
He's on the Green Bay
he
Packers.
plays next to Darnell Savage. Additionally, Jordan Love's on that team. Christian Watson's on that team. What's the guy on the D line? Devontae Wyatt's on that team.
Yep. These are pro athletes.
Yes, she's also a pro athlete.
She's not a pro athlete.
Oh my God.
Olympians are not pro athletes.
Oh my God.
They can't be pro athletes if they're
literally-
Olympians.
it
It says in
literally
the Olympics, in the Olympic bylaws, it says you cannot be a pro athlete. You have to be considered an amateur in order to play. That's why the fucking dream team was so fucking astonishing, because they finally got pro athletes to play basketball in the Olympics. But the fact is, usually they take college players who are amateurs. She was in college when she was in the Olympics. She cannot be a pro at that point. There's no such thing as pro gymnastics.
An Olympic athlete earns average of salary of $77,300 per year.
That's quite a bit.
And a starting safety in the NFL makes, let's see, I can pull his salary up. I can actually pull what he makes up.
You understand? She's not working on just that yearly salary. She's working on endorsement deals.
So is he.
His contract, his 2-year contracts were $1.39 million.
And he probably got paid under the table to play in college.
Yep.
I tell you, I'd never heard of this dude. That I
You
know.
don't
It
have
doesn't
to.
matter. It doesn't matter. is what I'm
Simone
telling you.
Biles' husband. That's who he is.
Yeah, but that's
And no, she is Jonathan Owen's wife.
but that's the
Because
point.
guess what? Guess what's going to happen after they got married? She's not going to be an Olympian anymore.
Oh yeah,
She's not going to go. She's not going to go tumble. She's going to make babies. She's going to be at home making babies.
I think she's already retired anyway.
She's already retired. So she's ex-Olympian Simone Biles, now Jonathan Owen's wife. That's the way I look at it.
Absolutely not. He is Simone Biles' husband.
No, he's not.
Guaranteed.
He signed a 2-year contract worth $1.39 million in
yeah.
December.
She said it herself. I am Jonathan Owen's wife. You
Has
all,
he ever been in a championship? Has he ever won MVP or whatever they give in football?
Doesn't matter.
Has he ever done any of that?
He doesn't
or is
have
he
to.
just some player?
That's like again, that doesn't matter. It's not the same apples to apples comparison.
It is, because she's not
It's not.
just some
Yeah,
gymnast
because
on
no
the
matter who I
American
said, I
team.
could say Ronnie Lott, and you would still say she's a better, because there's no such thing as a gold medal football player.
Right, but you can be decorated as a football player. You can be MVP. You can have
here's the thing. Okay,
championship rings.
here we go.
Who's a better athlete, Ed Reed or Simone Biles?
I don't know who the fuck Ed Reed is.
All right, then you're ridiculous, because he's one of the greatest safeties in NFL history. So
No.
even one of the best players at his position, who would be the equivalent, you don't even know, because
How
you
many
don't follow the
championship
league.
rings does he
Doesn't-
have?
So going by
How
what
many
you
championship
know
rings?
is not a way to decide who's a better athlete.
Candace, who's the better athlete? Simone Biles or your lover, your friend, knee bending douche himself?
100% Simone Biles.
How? She's
Colin
not a
Kaepernick
Super
doesn't
Bowl
even
champion?
fucking play anymore. He's got one championship.
She doesn't play anymore.
That's it.
She doesn't play anymore.
She has like 50 medals. He has one ring.
How many medals does Simone Biles have?
Not that
I
many.
want to say.
She doesn't have 50 fucking medals. That's not possible.
I want to say it's like 14. Let me see. It's a lot. Hold on. Let me look it up. Where the fuck is my phone?
You're talking on it.
Look it up. You guys got it in front of you. How many medals does she have?
Simone Biles
4.
medals. 4.
It's not 4.
How many medals?
Yes.
How many medals does Simone Biles have total? Olympic medals.
Olympic medals.
Because that's
4.
where she was at the
World
that's where she was at the
Championships
top.
23.
She has 23 world championships. But we're talking about the Olympics because that's where she's representing America, correct?
No, she's also representing America in the world championships. She's the most decorated gymnast of all time. All time. Okay. The people that you're talking about, how many rings do they have? How many MVPs do they have?
Is she a better athlete than Tom Brady?
What are they? They're probably comparable, right? They're on the
No.
same. They're in the same echelon.
No, they're
No.
not.
Yes, they
You
are.
can't measure team athletics against individual athletics.
You can't.
You can't. As I just said,
Right, because the individual athletes are better.
no,
they're
they're
not.
not.
because they're doing it on their own.
No, it's easier to do on your own. You have complete control. First of all, there's no one trying to on the field, on the floor, trying to stop her from doing what she's trying to do. There's not anyone. And he has someone twice his size trying to do that on every play. First of all. Second of all, you have complete control of your destiny there as an individual athlete. There is nothing that your teammates can do to fuck your shit up. In football, it's a coordinated effort. Your coordinator, your coach can call a bad play. You can have your teammate do something stupid and screw you over. There's plenty of things. One of your own guys could run into you and screw your stuff over. You could be the greatest player at the safety position in the league and be on a bad team, and you will never get recognition because you're on a bad team. So those awards you're worried about aren't how you should measure that. I'm talking about, can she do what he can do on a football field? No. Can he do what she can do on a balance beam? No. So it doesn't matter. It's not a comparable thing. So why are you trying to force a comparison? And it's not fair to say one's greater than the other. Respectively, she's had more accolades, but it doesn't make her a better athlete. And as a defensive back, what the fuck would you think he was going to say? Literally, the number one thing you look for in a defensive back is a short memory. You have to have absolute confidence that, like, no matter what happened in the last play, you're going to still be able to have your head in the game, because the moment you don't, you're out of the league.
Yep.
So, of course, he has that belief in himself. He has to. He's had to have it to beat out 200,000 guys
a year
every season that come in for his job.
There's no one coming for her job.
This is what I'm saying. You're assuming that it's gymnastics. Gymnastics is a very competitive sport.
It's not.
It's competitive. It's competitive on the coach and parents level. It's not competitive on the athletes level.
There's no professional league. There's no professional league.
It's all amateur sport.
No one goes into it and says they're going to be a gymnast.
Olympic football team. It's the same. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're comparing apples to oranges.
The Olympics is a professional sport. I mean, football is a professional sport. The Olympics does not matter.
And no other country plays it, so it would be pointless.
It'd be pointless to have a football team where no one plays.
The Olympics cannot give validity to football. That'd be retarded. Like, football is football. The only other country that plays it is Canada, and our guys go there when they're washed out.
Poor Canada.
We have guys that are in a second tier league that go play there. There's it's a completely different mechanism for a professional. No one grows up hoping that they're going to be a gymnast and that's going to get them into a different life.
No.
What do you mean?
There are people that do. Hold on, Candace, before you start. Don't start. There are people that do, but those people don't live in the same world as the rest of us. The reason I say that, being a gymnast is expensive, because you have to have gym time, you have to have a specialized coach, and you have to be able to actually get your child to a gymnasium,
right,
where they can learn and do all the sports that are all the things that are required. Being a professional football player, you start with throwing a ball out back and catching it, see if you can catch it. And then you go to play Pop Warner football, which is you and 300 other kids trying for 53 spots. And if you make that team, then you play for 4 years from age 5 to age 9. And then you continue to play all the way until you get to high school. And if you're good enough in high school and you don't get cut during this time or hurt during this time, then you can start on your high school's football team, which is only going to keep 53 players at a time.
Right.
You make a gymnastics team by showing up every day.
Oh my God. You think you make it to the Olympics by
paying for it and showing up and practicing?
That's what you think. Okay, so
she's an athlete. I'm not putting her athleticism on trial here, Candace. Don't think I am. Don't think I'm saying she's not an athlete. I'm not saying that by any stretch of the imagination. I respect Simone Biles. I respect Simone Biles as a father of a daughter who I want to see her as a woman who stuck to something and made her something out of herself. No one is putting her accomplishments to the side. She has said out of her mouth who she is today. And everyone wants to take that and say, no, that's not who you are. No, that's who she wants to fucking be. She wants to be Jonathan Owens' wife. She doesn't care about the rest of the shit.
At the end of the day, she is a champion.
She doesn't care. She doesn't care.
Matter.
You're fighting for her. She doesn't care about your fight.
At the end of the day, she is a champion and he is not. So if we're saying who's the better athlete,
that's not how you measure. You can't measure that. You
can't
measure that in a team sport versus an individual sport. It's completely different. Completely different.
Okay. Has he been on a championship team?
No. When would he?
Okay.
But it's not. That's not. Why is that his fault?
How's that his fault?
It has nothing to do with him.
My point is, she is a champion and he is not. Maybe one day he will be. For now, she's the better.
Maybe he won't ever be. But he will. You know what he will be? You know what he will be? He will be in Canton at the NFL Hall of Fame, and his wife will be sitting front row saying, "That's my husband going into the Hall of Fame."
He's a Hall of Famer.
No, he probably won't be. But that doesn't matter. It doesn't mean he's not any less of an athlete. Like I don't think
he could make the Hall of Fame.
He's a little bit late in the career to start playing at that level. But that's not the point. Like it really isn't. I'm just saying the average NFL player is an insane level athlete. There's plenty of guys you've never heard of that are and again, as good athletes as there are on the planet.
But the problem that everyone's running into is they think that because you say he's a top tier athlete compared to her, is that you're diminishing her athletic ability and her accomplishment.
No.
You have not. No one has said a negative.
All I've said is they're different, and they're not. It's not an apples to apples comparison.
No, it's not. It's the equivalent of saying, okay, cool. You have a. It's a woman. It's a man-woman issue, and that's where the fight comes in with this whole thing.
Yeah, because you guys refuse.
She can just say, "I've never heard of that person" all day long.
Yeah.
Just like
because you guys refuse to recognize a woman as a superior athlete. That's what
not
the problem.
true.
She's not superior to him because she can't play a sport.
How is she a superior athlete?
So whatever
criteria? You're going based on her having medals in a different entire thing that's not even an option for him.
She can't play his sport. He can't play her sport. She's not superior to him as an athlete. She's not
the greatest of all time
in her sport.
And he's just a guy in his sport.
He's one of
the greatest. He's an NFL professional player that makes him one of the greatest to do it.
There's a lot of NFL professional
players. They all
a guy.
Okay.
He's just a guy in his sport, and she is the greatest of all time in her sport.
Period. So what? It doesn't make her a better athlete than him. If you want to go apples to apples in terms of athletic ability, what can be done by a human being,
that doesn't make her better.
Doesn't make her better than him.
Oh, are you okay? So you're talking about athletic ability. I'm talking about accomplishment. Like
I'm talking about the comparison was they have an argument in their household over who is the better athlete, and then she said he can't do my workouts.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
okay,
it was about that. It's not about they're not comparing resumes.
No one compared her resume. No one said she was not an accomplished Olympian.
No one's diminishing her as an Olympian or a gymnast. But what we are saying is just to get to the NFL is really hard and a lot harder than anyone wants to admit. They want football. They want to act like it doesn't matter. And it's, anybody could do that shit. It isn't. There's like 100 people trying to make it to that. Just to be a guy in the NFL is a massive accomplishment considering the level of competition.
She put a shirt on and finished her hair.
There's a reason that there are jobs upon jobs just based on watching what these guys do every day.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
There's no one watching gymnastics and going, hey, you know what?
Besides the whole entire world, literally
for 2 weeks.
That's who's watching the Olympics.
2 weeks every 4 years.
4 years.
They watch it for 2 weeks every 4 years.
Get out of here.
Not for 22 weeks every year.
So
no, they watch it for 2 weeks.
To how special it is. Like this only happens every 4 years because that's how hard they train and that's how great these athletes are.
No way. No.
I've had one baby in 12 years. That don't make her special. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Yes, it does.
Tom doesn't make shit special. Let's get that shit right. Fuck the Olympics. I hate that. I hate people. I hate people who say that the Olympics are so special. My sister-in-law is an Olympian. I believe she's special.
What sport?
She's a thrower on the Nigerian track team, discus and shot put.
Nice. That's
She
really cool.
she is a world champion.
Nice.
And if I asked her who was a better athlete
Between her and Kendrick Owens or whatever the fuck his name is.
her and Jonathan Owens, she would look me in the face and go, Jonathan Owens would kick my ass.
Okay, I'm going to settle this right now. The total revenue of the Beijing Olympics was $3.6 billion. The last season of the NFL, $18.6 billion.
What does that prove?
It proves that the Olympics don't matter. They don't. They
How?
really don't. Because
How?
money talks. It makes infinitely more money. You know how? Because people are actually watching that shit.
People
People
watch
are actually
football.
watching the Olympics.
No, they're not.
No, they're
You know the Olympics come on at 2 in the fucking morning. No
fine.
one's watching.
They're
that
watching
shit.
it. They're watching it. They're
watching it late. They're watching it. They're watching it the next day, and they're watching for certain sports. When you watch the Olympics, you don't
Yeah.
watch everything.
They're
that happens
watching it
in
at
the
least
I know.
4 times less than they're watching football.
because they're making more ad revenue.
Okay. This may be a thing. What the football makes is based on the American dollar, and what the Olympic makes is based on the currency of the world. So maybe that has something to do with it.
No, get out of here.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're
Grasping at
reaching.
straws.
You're reaching like shit, right?
The conversion rate. The conversion rate is fucking it up.
Oh, they only do the Olympics in pesos. Okay, you gotta do the math on that.
When's the last time the Olympics have been in America? It's always in like wherever.
We're the world currency, Candace.
When is the
It doesn't
Olympic
matter.
draft? Because in the NFL we put it on TV. Like it's actually like a thing that people go there and they spend a lot of money to watch it.
There's no Olympic draft. You know damn well there ain't no Olympic
Right,
draft.
because no one cares.
Because they don't draft people. You have to train your whole life to earn to get into it.
Then how do you know? Someone has to pick you to put you on the team.
You know what the Olympics are?
You have to try out for it.
Do you know what the
Okay,
Olympics?
they don't put that on.
Do you know what the Olympics are?
No one cares about the tryouts. The tryouts aren't national television. The NFL draft is. We have like we're starting to televise high school games. Like that's how. I don't know. You understand how big football is.
What you're telling me is that America cares about football. That takes nothing away from the Olympics.
Dude, what is the
The
most
world
watched?
cares about football.
What's the most watched game on the planet Earth?
Soccer.
No, the most
single
viewed,
game?
the most viewed single game.
The World Cup. Oh, the World Cup.
No,
No.
it is the Super Bowl. The most viewed single
More
game.
people watch the Super Bowl than the World Cup. You're on crack. It's the World Cup.
And if your team's not in the finals, you don't give a fuck.
Okay.
That's how it works.
That's true.
And that's how the fucking World Cup works. And that's how the Olympics to me is the Super Bowl for people who practiced all year at running and jumping and shooting and doing shit that no one else really
And
said
ice
you
skating
fucking do, and
and-
ice skating and shit like that. And they only have a championship, a big time championship once every 4 or 2 years. And guess what? No one watches that shit either. Because I was on a track team. I had aspirations of being an Olympic thrower for the American team. And then I saw Olympic throwers. And then I asked them what they did. I met an Olympic thrower and asked him what he did in his offseason. All he said was, I don't do too much anything. I got to work. Well, I got to work because there ain't no money doing this. I can be a gold medalist and be broke.
No, the silver medalists are broke. The gold medalists get
Gold
fucking
medalists are
deals.
broke too. Why do you think they use steroids? Because they want to be on the Wheaties box. You know why? Because Wheaties used to pay money. There's no money anymore. There's no money in it.
Wheaties are disgusting. I don't care who they put on that box. I'm not eating that shit. They're fucking nasty.
What are you looking up, Joe? You look very intense over there.
I'm looking for the ratings versus the World Cup final.
The World Cup final.
The
versus-
World Cup final
Bowl?
versus the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what it is.
I guaranteed no one, not that many people watched it. It was in Qatar. No one cared about the World Cup in Qatar.
You think the Super Bowl is going to be more than the World Cup?
I believe so.
Okay.
Well, according to FIFA, but we know they're full of shit.
FIFA is definitely full of shit.
FIFA,
They're criminal. They're a criminal organization.
They claim that around 1.5 billion people watch the 22 World Cup.
And how many watched the Super Bowl 2023?
Well, that hadn't
For some reason it doesn't. A little under 200 million.
See?
But I don't think 1.5 billion.
Again,
Like, where are they getting that number
Super
from?
Bowl is a national championship versus the World Cup.
Okay, again, if your team is not in the World Cup finals, you don't give a.
That's not true. Do you watch?
Actually, the
Super
NFL
Bowl
champion
even if
is
the
the world
Ravens aren't in
champion.
it? Do you watch the Super Bowl even if the Redskins aren't in it?
Yes.
That's not true.
Yes, because
Yes, it is.
neither one of them is my team.
Everybody
and I watched
watches.
the Super Bowl. I've watched the Super Bowl ever since 1995. The last
So
time my
that's
team was
my
in it.
point. You don't have to have your country in the World Cup for people to still watch it.
I do. I definitely don't. If Italy
If
or
a-
US isn't in, I don't give
Yeah,
a shit.
if
Right.
if Africa as a whole isn't in it, I don't care.
Okay, whatever. But that's not how it works with the world. Just like you're gonna watch the Super Bowl no matter which two teams are in it.
I don't
the
watch it
world
no
is
matter
gonna watch
which
the
two teams are
World
in it.
Cup no matter which two teams are in it.
I mean, the Super Bowl is watched. I watch the Super Bowl as a football fan.
I watch it for the commercials. That's it.
You're just there. You're not there as a Nielsen family. You don't get a little box saying, "Are y'all watching?" Yeah, no one cares because you watch weird stuff. You watch I know you watch was that reality TV and shit.
No, I don't.
You watch
I
Black
don't
Ink New
reality
York.
TV,
Shit.
and I watch the Super Bowl for the commercials. Like I have for the commercials and for the halftime show.
Okay, so guess who's not going to be at
Who does the
halftime
halftime show the World Cup final?
Who
Do
does
they
the
have one? I
who
don't
does
know.
the
I
mid-
don't watch it.
who does the mid show? I don't know. I don't know if there's a halftime.
Do
It's
they
just
have
mid.
a halftime?
It's mid. It's when they stop after the 3rd or 15th period. I don't know. However many they have, and then they all run off the
Yeah,
field.
we all love watching guys run to make it 0-0 at the 90-minute count stoppage plus minus whatever the fuck they're doing.
I hate soccer so much. It is the most ridiculous ass sport, and I don't know why we're even talking about soccer. I
I
hate
know
soccer.
very little about it. I just know you can't use your hands. I don't care to learn about soccer. What I do want to learn is rugby. It looks interesting.
It's football, but with no pads.
It's football played by
It's Vikings playing football.
it's football played by people that aren't physically capable of playing football at the NFL level.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
ball is weird. Like it's shaped weird.
It's rounder. I
Yeah.
played rugby. It's fun, kind of, but it's also weird.
Rugby was made by whites who said, "Hey, let's find something that we can do. Let's run our whole body into each other, and
Eagles
nothing
do.
happens to you." Yeah, it's like let's just run our body into each other. It'll stop somebody.
Let's all hug and
Yeah.
kick a ball.
Let's all collapse our arms around each other and then hope that you can kick this ball out of this giant man mountain that we've created, and then run and throw it between not one, not two, but 3 sticks that don't make any goddamn sense. at the end of the game.
You can't throw it. It's
can't-
illegal.
Yeah, you can't even throw the ball. So I don't even know why is it called rugby? It doesn't. None of this shit makes any sense. None of
What
it makes
rug?
any.
What rug are they talking
Where's the
about?
rug and why?
What does this rug be?
Oh my goodness. Oh man, what else is going on, Joey? We got anything else, or is that what it is?
They released the Epstein court documents.
Candace, is your name on them on that list?
No, but Cat Williams said that Chris Tucker was on that bitch.
Yeah, I bet he was. Chris Tucker was on that list. I can see Chris Tucker being on that list because Chris Tucker disappeared for a long time, and then somehow he was still rich when he came back.
But also, he was really super close friends with another pedophile. So maybe
Which one was that?
Michael
Michael.
Jackson.
Michael Jackson wasn't a pedophile. Why y'all keep talking about Michael like that?
Okay.
He didn't. Them little boy, the grown men that talked about Michael Jackson being a pedophile, all recanted their statement saying he was a pedophile.
I'm just saying that's who she meant. I have no strong stance on the issue.
I have a very strong stance on it because Michael Jackson was an inspirational phenom, and Michael Jackson, much like myself, Michael Jackson liked titties. I don't know any pedophile that liked titties as much as Michael Jackson.
You can look at that motherfucker and tell he doesn't like titties. Here's what I think about
Michael Jackson liked titties. There's video of him talking about how much he liked titties.
He just identified as a white woman who liked titties.
He's a white woman who liked titties.
Here's what I'll say about Michael Jackson. I do believe that he was a pedophile, but I believe it's because he never progressed emotionally and mentally past like the age of 12. So he was also attracted to 12-year-olds. That's what I think.
But that would make him, it was never girls. So
yeah, I mean, you could be a gay 12-year-old.
He wasn't gay.
Oh God. Okay.
Michael Jackson wasn't fucking gay. I don't know. None of the rhetoric about Michael Jackson makes any fucking sense. I keep saying this. No one wants to listen. None of it makes any sense because at the end of the day, there's video evidence of Michael Jackson talking about women. There are women who have said Michael Jackson had sex with me. There are women on the planet Earth who've said it. They don't have to say it. What the fuck is the point in them saying it now? He's dead. They didn't have to make a mention of it.
That's just like me picking somebody who's dead and saying I had sex with them.
Okay.
Dead men can tell no tales. People can say any fucking thing.
If it was, why would they lie about having sex with Michael Jackson?
Why would they not?
Because the world says he's a fucking pedophile. Why would you say you had sex with a pedophile?
Clout chasing. It's Michael Jackson.
That's not clout chasing when it's his fucking wife.
Michael Jackson.
It was his ex fucking wife. He fucked Elvis's daughter. At least 3 times.
Maybe once.
Maybe all right, maybe twice. I don't know. He fucked her at least twice.
Didn't he have a baby?
He had 3 babies.
All of them were born by surrogate.
He fucked that fat white woman. That fat white woman that had those 3 babies was 2 of them are by the fat white woman, and then the one Blanket, the last one was by a surrogate.
No, they're all by surrogate.
Michael Jackson had sex with women.
Okay.
A lot of them.
All right.
It was the Neverland Bunny Ranch up in that motherfucker. He was fucking everybody. Come through. You getting this Michael Jackson.
Do you really believe that?
Yes. I don't think he fucked the little boys. Never will.
Nothing about Michael Jackson that seemed even remotely like a womanizer. Like he just seemed like a child all the time.
He seemed like a child with children. I seem like a child with children when I want to be, and not my daughter who gets on my goddamn nerves. No, I like when I'm with other kids, I'm like, yeah, let's play. Fucking yeah, we playing. I want to be kid-like sometimes, but at the end of the day, I'm not touching no motherfucking kids. Michael Jackson ain't touched them goddamn kids. He felt bad for them kids. All them kids had lupus and shit. The kids were dying, and he brought them to the ranch so they could ride a fucking zebra and a goddamn giraffe, and everybody was happy with the shit when it was happening. All of a sudden, Mike go a little broke. Everybody get mad about the shit. Fuck that. Mike wasn't touching no goddamn. He wasn't broke. He was nigga broke. He was broke for rich people. He wasn't broke for us. Like you and me, we have $10 million. That's a good day. Yeah, Debbie Rowe had the 2. Paris and Sachet or some shit. I don't know what the other one's name.
What's his name?
Sachet and Paris. Sounds like it worked.
Biggie Jackson and Prince Jackson.
Prince.
Oh, Prince.
Paris. Prince, Paris, and Blanket. Nigga, Blanket wasn't his real baby. That motherfucker snatched that baby. That's why I called him Blanket, because he took him out the hospital in a blanket. And Michael Jackson did not.
Prince Michael Jackson II, better known as Blanket or Biggie, is an American filmmaker and YouTuber. He's the youngest child of America.
He's a YouTuber? I didn't know Blanket was a YouTuber.
Apparently he is.
Blanket Jackson. Let me find out this little nigga got a YouTube page.
I'm going to be under BG, or B-I-G-I.
Paris Jackson and Willow Smith are close friends.
Yes, they are. Obviously, both come from crazy ass families.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're saying Will Smith? Did Will Smith touch a little boy? No, Jada Smith touched
Michael
a little
Joseph boy. Prince Jackson Jr. They all had the same name, just like reorganized.
Yeah, he wasn't creative. He was just like, I'm gonna throw these names together. He named them after himself, his daddy, and his mama. I think his daughter's name is his mom's name.
I forgot what her name is. Damn it, I used to know it because Angela Bassett played her. Can't think of her name right now.
Like the most useless information I've ever put in my brain.
Michael Jackson's mama.
Who are Michael Jackson's kids and who is they mamas? Who all day mamas? Welcome to our new show. Who all day mamas?
Catherine Jackson.
Catherine, that's it. Yeah.
Our king of pop, Michael Jackson, gone, but reportedly his 93-year-old mother is still protective over his estate, makes money off the legacy and licensing his name.
Yeah, Blanket was the surrogate.
Yeah, of course he was.
They all were. He didn't have sex with those women.
He fucked the fat one.
He did not.
Joey, put up the picture of the fat one.
IVF.
And there's no picture of Debbie Rowe.
There's a bunch of pictures.
No, I remember.
Of Debbie
He is describing her correctly. She was a fat woman.
Not on
That is accurate.
Wikipedia.
Debbie Rowe. There's a picture of her right here. She's a musician. There's a picture of her with the kids. I got it right here, Joey.
Okay.
Can I share my screen? Or you don't
know how to do that.
You share your goddamn screen?
Yeah, but unless you have the option on your screen, I don't know how.
Here it is. Share screen.
There you go.
I got it. This one. Can y'all see it?
Oh,
No.
I'm
still seeing us three.
There
Oh, wait,
it is.
hold on. Something's happening. There she is.
Yeah, that's that's not Debbie Rowe.
That's Paris right there, the pretty girl.
Yeah, that's Paris. That's Debbie.
She's gorgeous. Look how pretty. Those
Paris?
are clearly not his children. Those are white babies.
Those are his babies. He had
Those
white.
are
He was white by then.
people.
He was white by then.
I mean, he's clearly white in this picture.
He was white by then.
With the whitest woman I've ever seen. She looks like
he went and got a white woman from the Caucasus Mountains.
She looks like
Okay,
Holly
just
Hunter.
because his skin turned white because of vitiligo doesn't mean his DNA will produce white children.
Maybe they got vitiligo.
Oh,
All right, let me
God.
stop sharing my screen before something else come up. I don't know.
But they're clearly his. Look at Paris Jackson. She looks nothing like her mother.
She doesn't look like her mother.
She doesn't look like Michael Jackson either. Those are white children.
She looks way more like Michael than she does look like her mother.
Okay.
Thank you. Because those are half black babies.
You can tell that those children are full white.
Those are half black babies. Michael
There's
Jackson.
there's one of them that looks mixed. I think it's Blanket.
They
But the-
look Meghan Markle-ish.
No, they don't. They look like white people. Go back to the picture of him with those babies in his arms. Those are white children.
Michael Jackson's kids. Hold on, let me pull up Michael Jackson. See if there's a picture of all three of them.
Anyway, we derailed Joey's segment. He was going to tell us who was on Epstein's list.
It's okay. I don't really want to talk about that. It's the same names you always thought.
Oh, okay. No surprises.
There wasn't an actual list in this article, which makes it kind of annoying.
Okay, here's a better picture, Candace. I got you. I got it perfect for you.
Let me see.
Those are three Spanish-looking kids. They're part black.
All right. So the smallest one looks ethnic.
Those
The other two are white
This
kids.
one looks like he's Native American.
Yeah, exactly. Or maybe
those three
Mexican.
Spanish
It
kids.
looks like a riding horse of sorts.
Yeah.
Those are three
Native
very Spanish
American
kids.
or maybe Mexican, the youngest kid. The other two children, those are white. Look at that boy. That is a white person. That person was not made with Michael Jackson's sperm.
Those are Michael Jackson's kids. I will take that to my grave.
Those children were clearly not made with Michael Jackson. But look at them. Like,
Yeah, but
what
look
do you?
Look at their mother. There's a clear.
They're not hers, and she carried them because they don't look shit like her mother. Let's see, is this one? Okay, okay. Here you go.
Okay,
Did that work them up?
that is a white man. Look at him. The youngest boy actually looks like he could possibly be related to Michael. If you remember Michael when he was a kid, he had that thick nose and the thick lips, maybe. But that other boy, definitely not. That is a white man. 100%. Both sides of his DNA are white.
I just pulled it up. Hold on. Here it comes. There it is.
Yeah. See the little kid, he looks maybe. That's a possible. The other two, definitely not this other boy at all.
The other boy definitely looks Spanish.
That boy looks like that looked like Selma Hayek's son. The little one.
The older
little
one.
one.
Look a little
Who's
bit
the
like
boy?
Selma Hayek.
Who's the guy who sings "Every morning there's a halo hanging from the corner of a"? That's who that boy looks like.
Sugar.
That's who that boy looks like.
Mark McGrath.
Mark McGrath.
Paris. I don't know. Maybe.
No, he doesn't look like Mark McGrath. Oh my God, he did not age well.
Mark McGrath.
No.
Yeah. Oh, pop up. Let me close that. All right. So the one takeaway we do get from this moment is DJ Marcus is not on Jeffrey Epstein's list. Here's a.
Oh, he aged poorly, didn't he?
No, he did not age well. He looks so British.
He does look really British.
I don't know why.
he looks really British.
He looks like David Bowie's lover.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does.
100%. He looks like an extra from the Labyrinth. Awful.
Oof, man. I have nightmares about that one.
Okay, hold on. I found a better picture of Michael Jackson's kids. Hold on, let me share this one. See, now this is them all now.
Okay, let's see.
Did it come up? Oh, you gotta let it in, Joey.
Huh?
Yeah,
Oh,
you let me
sorry, my bad. Oh my God, they all look like
Hispanics. They all look like different versions of Hispanics.
The daughter looks like if you ordered Uma Thurman off a Wish.
Not Wish Uma Thurman. And the oldest son looks like a Mexican.
That's what I'm saying.
And the youngest son looks like a terrorist.
Arab. Arab as fuck.
So,
he looks like Arab Eminem.
It doesn't matter if you're black or white. I guess.
Can we get another picture? This one's horrible.
They're not together a lot, so you got to kind of piece pictures together.
There you go. Let's get them younger. Hold on. Yeah,
there you go. Here's one. There you go. There's another one.
That kid in the middle is a white man. Like, I don't know how you could think Michael Jackson's DNA had anything to do with it. The one on the right, perhaps. Paris, not at all.
You gotta click on that, Marcus. Hey, go back that picture of Michael.
Yeah, see, there's a little bit of a similarity.
Down.
This one?
No, down. That one.
Okay. Let's take a look. Do they look like him in this picture? That's Michael. That's Michael Kids.
I've seen pictures of him younger and then with blankets side by side, and you can see similarities.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, but I've seen other ones like that, and you can see
Like
similarities.
it's got the wide nose.
Did you turn off the light? Okay, yeah.
Your husband says it's time for bed. What the fuck?
Yeah, he's going to sleep. You guys, it's 11 p.m.
Yeah,
I
we
know.
need to wrap it up.
Yeah, we need to wrap this up. But that looks like Michael's kid. The wide nose, the eyebrows.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You can see that a little bit, but definitely not the other two. Click on that one beneath it where there's a picture. That. Let's see. Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
I could see it if I'm looking for it, but not the other two.
I mean, hey. They say they're his kids. See, here they are wearing his clothes. So obviously, it don't look like it in this one. I don't know why they're wearing the 80s Michael Jackson shit.
That's dope. I wish I had that Thriller jacket. That shit's dope. Or the Beat It jacket. Which one is it?
That's the Beat It jacket. They look Spanish in this. Like, they look really Spanish. Like, if they aren't his kids, they belong to some Spanish family.
Okay. I don't think that older boy looks Spanish at all. I think he just looks like a white boy.
Okay, two of his children, Michael Joseph Jackson Jr., known as Prince, and Paris Jackson, were born to a Caucasian wife, Debbie Rowe. Despite his efforts in establishing the paternal bond with his children following his divorce from Rowe in 1999 and the pop star taking their sole custody, doubts were sustained concerning the true identity of their biological father, despite his insistence stating otherwise. The rumors did not just end with the theories. They were steered in a new direction when actor Mark Lester claimed his status as the biological father and went as far as to mention the possession of the DNA test to prove this claim. Jackson's friend for nearly 3 decades and apparently donated his sperm for the first child. According to Mirror, he said in 2013, my 18-year-old daughter, Olivia, looks like Paris. People have also pointed out similarities between myself when I was younger and Michael and Prince Michael.
All right, who's this person? Can we look him up?
That's what I'm doing now.
What's his name?
Mark Lester.
Oh yeah, we gotta get out of here, man. My wife's gonna be pissed.
I don't know. Maybe
She does kind of look like Paris. Here, I'll share the video. I'll share the picture.
I don't know how there could be any question at all that's definitely not Michael Jackson's DNA. That's now whether or not it's Howard Lester's, I don't know, but it's 100% not Michael Jackson's DNA.
Yeah, this is the dude.
Oh, I pulled the picture of the daughter too.
Okay.
You ain't let me in. See?
Well, I was pulling up the picture of the guy, so he also looks very British.
So does Debbie Rowe.
Debbie Rowe looks country.
Yeah, she does.
See, now that's his biological daughter, the one he claims.
Yeah, okay. She looks a lot like Paris.
She looks like she could be Debbie Rowe's daughter.
She looks like Debbie Rowe more than any of the other people that we've encountered thus far.
Yeah, that those are his kids. Oh man, damn it, Michael.
See?
Yeah.
What? I think people are just putting pictures next to each other and trying to act like they look similar. They don't.
That's his oldest son looks like a Mexican gang member. I don't care. I don't care how the fuck you look at it. He looks like MS-13. And the youngest one looks like he's about to blow up the World Trade Center. All right, I'm done with these people for the day. Let me stop. That's enough of this shit. Oh man, we're gonna get out of here, Joey.
All right.
It's been real, and since we did say this is gonna be our theme for 2024, ain't no need not to play it. So,
what's the time of my life?
we had a time of our life this year, Joey.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. It's been real. It's been fun. 2024 is in the building. 2023 is in the book behind us. We're done with it. We're gonna start looking forward to it. All right, Candace, you got something coming up?
Yeah, I'm going to be hosting at the local club here this weekend, and I don't know what else. I got a lot of stuff coming up. I'm in the Sunshine Comedy Festival coming up next weekend, so I have like probably 8 or 9 shows in one weekend. Go follow me on Instagram at @just_Candace, KANDYCE, just like you see it on the screen. And I will be posting my shows there.
Joey, got anything coming up, man?
We got this weekend. We're at McGinty's. We're back at Silver Spring. Comedy shows near me, featuring a awesome lineup, including Mr. Jay Rivas, Walter Gottlieb, Jamar Taylor is going to be on there. And then also, D-Lo is coming back to Silver Spring.
Yeah.
And our headliner will be Laugh-In Lenny. So
Okay, that should be a good show, man.
yes.
DJ Marcus does not have any gigs set up yet. My contract at the Hideaway Hole in Lafayette, Louisiana, that ended in 2023. Oh shit! That's not sanctioned songs.
Stop playing secular music.
They can't play secular music on the podcast. But yes, my contract ended, so I am under the firm.
You're a free agent now?
I'm a free agent. I am currently signed to comedy shows near me for the next 6 months. I did talk with the senior leadership at comedy shows near me, and they came to me with a very lucrative contract. It stated in the contract that I would be a better athlete than Simone Biles. So hey, I'll take that as it stands, and I will be the best DJ athlete that you've ever seen. Because guess what my name is?
DJ Marcus.
That's right. It says it on my hat, so you know it's the truth. But we're going to get out of here, folks. It's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun. But we are Dot Comedy, and we will see you next time with more fun and more thrills on the Dot Comedy Podcast.